For all those that are returning, welcome back. And for the first timers, welcome to the Industry Safe Space, your new safe space. I am Kai, the Doctor of Hair, and I have with me, as always.
What's up, y'all? This is Blake. Listen, I'm humble, but you know who I am. What's up?
This episode, y'all gonna like it. It's gonna be real good. We are going to unpack, or not really unpack, we are going to break down Black cinema. And by breakdown, I mean some of your favorite classics, like movies that we grew up watching and that we love. And now as adults, going through relationships, navigating through life, we're gonna really talk about them because some of our favorite movies are toxic as And some of it, it's funny watching it as an adult and actually living life. And so on this episode, joining us, I have my lifers with me.
Baddies.
Period. Again, if you listening on the podcast platforms, I suggest you go over to YouTube because they fine.
Not suggest. Just go to YouTube
Just do
right
it.
now.
And subscribe while you there too.
You need to see them.
You do. I promise
Listen,
you.
I'm gay as hell, but this is beautiful on these couches right now. My Lord.
So I have my Esh with me.
Baby mama.
And I have my Nat with me.
Nat G.
Don't forget the G. Don't forget the G. And so the first movie that we are going to talk about.
Okay, pause. Hold on before you give all
And we
that.
better revoke his black card because he ain't seen half of them.
Before you give any of that, let me just say for the people on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, on YouTube, shut up. I haven't seen 90% of Black cinema. I've seen Set It Off and Waiting to Exhale. The end. So help me in the comments, educate me. Somebody take me on a date and let's watch a movie. But
Right,
before we
have a
get
movie
started,
night.
I haven't
movie
seen them.
night.
So before y'all get to judging, judge your mama.
So
Go ahead,
we're going to give
let's
him
go.
a little pass, but...
Don't give me no grace. I'm going
Okay.
to just follow along and cheat code.
So the first movie that we're going to talk about, which some people say they don't like it, but who are you and why are you human, right? Is Love Jones.
Oh, that movie's
My
fire.
favorite.
Love
Wait,
Jones.
you seen that one? No.
Look at this one. Talking about my favorite. I'm not, you get
Okay.
irritated. Love Jones. So let's first talk about the movie was created in 1997. That's first. The 90s. The 90s had some classic movies. And that movie in general, if we just pause to take a minute to talk about the soundtrack. If you know movies and if you know music, they don't even make soundtracks no more.
No.
But that Love Jones soundtrack was classic. But when we get to diving into this movie, Miss Nina Mosley.
Oh my God.
Girl.
Who didn't want to be Nina then? Oh.
Then, but if you think about it now,
I don't know better.
Nina Mosley was toxic.
Toxic.
Girl.
Super.
'Cause let me just start about it. How was she house sitting like that for a long time?
Did she?
I was like,
Didn't she start off saying house sitting? So did
She
they
was
ever
house
come
sitting.
back? They never could have
She
came
went to her
back.
crib later, but like
When? What part? And
Later
I watched the
on.
movie a million times. When was they at her house?
when he had picked up the camera and when they had their little first argument.
That was his.
I
No,
thought that was her.
Oh, that was
house.
her.
That was
I thought
her
that was-
house.
That was his apartment.
I thought that was hers.
He's talking about he's gonna look it up. I thought that was his
I think
place.
that was hers.
Now we got to research, and I feel like I know
He
this
was on a
movie.
typewriter at his, but at hers, they was like sitting out. Like that was finally her place.
Oh, this Nia Long in this.
Yeah. But she was like a little like
She
don't
was
kill
torn
me.
between the
She was a
two.
little bummy too though. It was a little bummy.
It's not even that
She's
she
bummy.
was. It's not even that she was bummy. It
No.
was. Let's just talk about. So, first and foremost, you left somebody to go see about another somebody.
Mhm.
Then you came back when that didn't work out with that somebody, and you dated the somebody's friend.
Come on now.
Went to the friend's
The
party. You
party.
know he only got one group of friends.
drove
Knowing
a
he
hearse.
was gonna be
And
there.
he drove a hearse. Come on now.
And then got a nerve to get an attitude.
Funeral home car. That's what he drove.
Blake,
That's what I'm saying. Bummy. Yeah.
Bill Bellamy.
That's bum
Yeah.
behavior.
he was a bum. But then you got
But I'm saying
mad.
she had bum behavior.
She did because she let him send her on a train from Chicago to New York.
Girl.
Now don't get me wrong. I'm all for a road trip, but if you're trying to get me back,
Oh.
Fly me out.
if we've been broken up and you're trying to win me over, sending me a train ticket from Chicago to New York is not it.
How dare.
Trains are romantic.
But she was riding it
And she-
alone.
Solitude is
You
No.
can't clean that up.
You cannot. And then, not on top of that, then she was taking advice from her single friend.
Girl.
And again, it's nothing wrong with single friends if you have a single friend that has a relationship mentality. Because there's some people in relationships that's married, they got a single mentality, and I won't listen to them for. But anyway, she was taking advice from her single friend. And as much as I'm talking, when I tell you I love Jones, I'm talking love it. But it was just so toxic. Like, even down to what you say, her poem was what at the end?
Girl, that poem was trash. So I had to rewatch it as an adult. Now, I was so in love with that movie when it first came out. What did I know about love in the 90s when I was a kid? But baby, it spoke to my soul. What soul at that age? But watching it now, I'm like, what is she up there saying?
Nothing.
Honey almonds in the trees, and this is light.
And then pause. For anyone who has not seen Love Jones, like Blake, I'm going to need you to pause this, go watch it, then come back to this, and then you'll know what we're talking about, okay? Because it's still, as an adult, 40, it's a great movie.
Right.
But watching it as an adult, you kind of can sit back and be like, they was kind of lying and sitting us off.
Now that we done lived through it and we done went through relationships, now we can look back and look at that like,
Because even with Darius Love Hall, even when he was talking to his friend that was going through a separation, he was kind of jaded, like kind of giving him jaded perspective. So it goes into like your friendship circles when you're, going through stuff. And I'm just like, but again, the movie is so good. She dated, again, Bill Bellamy in a hearse.
That sounds sexy.
It was.
So somebody can come pick you up in a hearse?
Continue.
But let me just take a
No, I need to know. You would go on a date with somebody in a hearse?
Do they own the funeral home?
No.
Didn't he say it's a Cadillac?
He did say it. And he said it wasn't a working hearse.
Yeah.
Ain't no dead bodies been in there since he had it, is what he said.
How fine is it?
So now let's go there.
90s fine.
He was 90s fine to them because Bill Bellamy was never attractive. And he played all the sexy women want him type movies.
Well, you can't complain because it's women like y'all that made him think he was fine.
You're right. But Darius, though, that man was fine then. He's still fine now.
Who is Darius?
Lorenz
Tate.
Hey,
That
Lorenz.
man, God spit him out.
And that's
He spit him out.
it.
That's a beautiful man.
God took, he just
He took
stopped
his
on the hype
time.
part, but he definitely took his time with him.
Face.
I just said that he don't care.
I don't subscribe to them. Lorenz, you're gorgeous always.
Beautiful.
You are
The man
Need
is
some photos,
drop
Tommy.
dead.
perfect.
Nia, gorgeous, aging backwards,
Listen,
like
Yes.
that
Both
is
of
the
them
top
together.
5 most beautiful women.
it
God
is.
has
And
ever
I
touched.
don't care what no one has to
It's
say.
not up for debate.
It's something about a
Still.
woman with short hair that just does it for me.
So she doesn't have short hair in this movie, though. And I'm telling you.
I'm not watching.
Yeah.
She got a
She's
cold
beautiful.
bob.
Nia Long is
That
top
vibe.
5 the most gorgeous woman ever created.
Watch
She
the
is.
movie.
Like she's
Yes.
just unbelievably beautiful.
If you think that now,
Watch
watch the movie. You're going to be trying to DM her, and she's not going to answer.
she's
But
always been fine to me. Always been fine.
But I want to say this. Let me take it back.
come on,
While
bro.
we have this criticism, we all love the movie. Outside of you.
Right.
Cult classic.
Absolutely.
Literally. If someone says, what's your top 5? This is one. of them.
Absolutely. Love Jones is
Really?
definitely going in mine.
No questions asked.
Top 3. All day.
It is.
All day
Really?
It
long.
is. It is for
I'm
me.
gonna go watch it tonight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna report back in the comments.
Now, mind you, he should have been watched it for this very reason, but
So you're just gonna put me in front of
I
our
did.
front of
This
our.
is a safe space, so they need to know that you did not do what you
But
were
this is our
supposed to.
community. You're gonna just put me. Y'all love me, right?
Let me sip to that.
Now listen, y'all see, here's the thing with this podcast. Y'all love to come up to us and tell us how much you love us. And we love you for saying that. But don't come to me telling me to watch the movie. You're quizzing me.
Yes.
Watch it.
And then one thing I want to talk about, what I loved about the movie. If you look at the movie now versus makeup and hair now, just even down Nia's, her little eyebrows, not the makeup, her eyebrows, you finna Google a picture of her. Her eyebrows were so simple.
Lorenz say they had no liner.
His hair was brushed
Baby,
back.
he was brushing that. He was
They
brushing
literally
it.
brushed.
Oh, she
And the man
fine.
was beautiful, but he was
And that
brushing
hair
it.
set right here on the shoulder. Very natural. She was giving no bra
Yeah.
tank top. Look at him.
She was even giving Wednesday Addams, and
bro.
when she got up to perform, she had that little black dress on.
Yeah,
with that little collar.
This with this backwards cap on.
That weekend phone.
Sending me.
She was gorgeous.
Beautiful.
She was real gorgeous.
That Buckingham fountain scene.
Oh, this is take place in Chicago?
Yes.
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Oh my, I'm so
motorcycle on Lakeshore Drive.
Ooh, come on. Now.
For those,
while I'm on your back.
Ooh, baby.
Look at this one.
Y'all need a moment.
You gotta see it. It was so good.
That was it.
So romantic.
It was that movie.
Right.
It again, like I said, as an adult, it has those points where you're like, that's a bit much. Yeah. But again,
is it though? Because I feel like just hearing it, this describes people we know right now.
No, so part
is it much?
But listen, so I get the part. So there was a part in the movie where an ex who they were engaged, he disappeared. She couldn't give him the ring back. And so she's now, Nia Long is now dating Lorenz Tate. And then the ex pops up out of nowhere.
But didn't she get back with the ex only because Lorenz Tate, she saw him in the lobby?
No,
that was after
because
the fact.
he didn't tell her not to go.
Yeah, got you. Okay.
So she came in the door toxic.
She was like,
let me finish because Blake didn't understand. So she's with Lorenz Tate.
Okay.
The ex pops back. Her and Lorenz Tate are having a good time. The ex pops up and say, "Hey, baby." That's how he shut up at the door, right? And so she let him in. That's or whatever. And mind you, he's Hakeem. What's his name from Juice?
Fine.
Yeah.
That's all he needs to say.
And so,
hello.
And so he comes back and he was like, my mother misses you, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I tell her what's wrong. He was like, so he hit her with here's a train ticket. First, again, you trying to get me back? Don't give me no train ticket from Chicago to New York.
But this is the 90s.
That's a beautiful 12 hours.
At least it wasn't the Greyhound.
So why you didn't stay and ride with me then?
How did he get back? Wait a minute.
Because I know he didn't get a train. I know he hit a plane. I know for a fact he took a plane.
You didn't tell me that.
Ha ha. Okay, so hold on. So then he says, here's a train ticket. I'll be waiting. So she goes and talks to her single friend who literally said verbatim, I have to live my life through you, Miss Nina, because she's single, right? So she goes and talks to her single friend, and the single friend says, because she says, should I tell him? The single friend says, yes, tell him. And if he doesn't tell you not to go, then don't go. But if he doesn't say anything, go. Like, how you listen to a single friend who ain't got no life? So when she presented to him and said, I want to go to...
Which friend is this? What's his first?
And let's clear it up. Not single friend, but single-minded friend.
Single-minded too, right? You're right.
Yeah.
Single-minded friends.
It's a difference because your single friends can give you good advice.
They can.
That's why I'm looking it all up, y'all.
And so she went to tell him that she was leaving to go to New York. And she said she had some unfinished business, Blake. And so Lorenz Tate...
She said this after they had a little...
They had just had a little intimate session. They had just did it. They naked.
So she laying on her bed all cute.
Couch. It was a couch.
The couch, yeah, because they was fucking on the couch. Kind of like this kind of couch. And she was laying there like, I got to go to New York to take care of some business. And he like...
Some dude. And
Yikes.
she said, yeah. So pause. If you tell me you finna go out of town to check on somebody that you was messing with before me, I'm not finna beg you to stay.
That's honest and respectable.
Which part?
Being honest and telling him yes, some dude. Isn't that honesty?
It is. So, but then she proceeded to go because he didn't. She was like, I mean, we just kicking it.
But don't we want somebody to kind of fight for us?
Exactly. That's what she wanted in that moment.
But not play games.
But can you really expect somebody to fight for you after they just gave you, they did their big one? And they thinking like, I'll put it down. Like, okay, we about to talk about us. And you telling me how you gonna leave to go for him? So that's what you thinking about in this moment of us? I gave you the best I got. And you like...
It wasn't good enough.
Yeah, let me go see what's up with him. How would that's a blow to your ego.
It is. We literally just was doing something and you literally, after we're done, you're talking about, oh yeah, by the way, I'm finna go to New York to... You should still be in bliss from what we do.
Nobody should exist after what
that's on my mind right now, and I need to figure it out.
I don't see the problem with this.
Of course you don't. So then she went.
Wow.
So then she went. So I'm even okay. You went and realized he wasn't the one and you came back. but she came back and went on a date with his friend because her single-minded friend.
That was after.
She
That was after
sounds
the
like
fact.
a hoe.
She sounded like after she saw him?
She saw him. So she was in the
Bookstore.
The bookstore, or was it the whatever store?
Yeah.
She saw him walking past
With a
the
girl.
window with a girl.
But she never told him she was back either.
And his homie was on her heels though. He was on her heels like
during the photo shoot.
Doing the photo. He booked a photo shoot where she was working at to come, can I take you on a date? Like just
That's
one
like
day.
somebody booked a photo shoot with you only to be like, take me out on a date, Blake.
But this is a person that you've seen multiple times. Like, you was fucking
That's
with that.
hot.
You was messing with their homie. So that it's a little inappropriate. But this person's on you. Tough. So
Persistent.
she ain't thinking clearly because she just saw this dude with another girl. Now, what I did not like when they got back together, she said to him, but I saw you with another woman. And he was like, it's not what you think it is. My issue with her is, why didn't you just call him?
When you get back.
You got in your feelings.
You
and
did.
your first thought was to go mess with his homie?
friend.
You don't do that.
Look at
So
Blake.
no.
Because you don't do that.
Yeah.
What? What?
Because you didn't see it, so you can't.
You know, I get it. It's just, this is a lot. She sounds like a whore.
She just sounds like somebody that's insecure because again, if me and you
You've mentioned 3 men she has messed with in this.
it was 3.
It was 3.
Yeah,
This is
it
a
was
1
3.
hour film. Whore.
And then I think there was a part when they were on the couch or whatever, kicking it, and then she brought up when she said something like, I can't trust you. You've given me no reason to trust you.
Girl.
Sis,
toxic.
what?
You lost me there, sis. Yeah.
Because he did get a late night phone call. But again, to his defense, they had just rekindled. You didn't give him time to cut off.
Yeah.
So what did you want from her? What did you want her to do?
I wanted her to tell Rock, what's his name from Juice? I wanted her to tell him, no, I got a boo.
And that would have changed the trajectory of the story. How?
I mean, it wouldn't have been Love Jones, of course. I mean, duh. Shut up, okay?
Okay. So this is my question for the folks that have seen it. How old were they? I don't know how old they were because that to me changes things. Right? Were they young 20s? Because I have a different level of expectation. Of everybody.
When they were young. Now that you say it like that, okay. I never thought because I'm talking about it from
you don't know no better when you're in your early 20s.
20-something.
You maneuvering off of emotion.
Yeah.
You know.
And at the time when I saw the movie, I was like, yeah, she right. Now it's like, ooh, no, she didn't.
You're right.
25.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
okay.
different. I get it.
take back everything I said now.
Yeah.
25.
I get it.
They were.
And then Lorenz Tate's character in the movie was 21.
Whoa! Wait a minute. No.
Okay, now this is a different perspective.
So now
So she was 25?
Yep. No, I'm sorry. Poet Darius Love Hall, played by Lorenz Tate, was 21. Nina Mosley, played by Nia Long, was 26.
Wow.
Bum behavior because you 26. First of all, you
I made it
house
worse.
you could just get up and go. Like, where your bills at? How you just fly to New York, live there for a little bit,
then come back? Because she was a freelance photographer. Like,
We do those things.
so that makes it worse for me. I'm sorry.
I never
That
knew,
makes
and
sense.
none of y'all lie, act like y'all knew he was 21 and she was 26 because I watched the movie at least 646 times and I never knew
Get a
that.
life.
Never.
I
I
didn't know
can
that.
literally quote it verbatim. I never knew.
Never knew
Did you know
that?
that?
No, not at all.
So they didn't appear that young in the film?
They
Not-
appear young, but it's not. He does not appear like a 21-year-old. So
Didn't
he
know.
called himself a Renaissance man at one point. Like
What 21-year-old is doing that? They was quoting like poets and
He was smoking cigarettes.
Great writer.
Literally.
Great writer.
they was going to
Real
step
wrong.
aside.
Real wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. They definitely
21
was
and
stepping.
26.
That was
Real
grown.
wrong.
No, so I was just,
Motorcycle. Come on, now.
21.
Wow.
that's a whole. I literally now have to go watch it from that. Any reason to watch it, but
Yeah.
let me go watch it now from that perspective. That's interesting. So the next movie up that is, and now if you say,
Okay, I got a question before I'm sorry. Because I want to just circle back to what the first thing you said before we move on to the next movie. What's the best movie soundtrack of all time?
Mm. Ooh,
Now, get it right.
the movie I'm finna say,
What is it?
Wait and Exhale.
Okay. We can continue.
We are here.
Because listen, there is no soundtrack.
I was talking to somebody today. If you talk, but before we even dive into Wait and Exhale, before we even can talk about the movie and the soundtrack, we just have to run down the cast.
Come on now.
I don't even think we know how privileged we were to have.
In the moment, we didn't know.
Angela.
Nope.
Whitney.
The good Whitney. The good Whitney. The good Whitney.
Loretta.
Yeah.
We had
that cast
Robin.
was stellar. Whoever did that casting deserves awards to this day. Stellar casting. Stellar.
Yeah, and that was 95. So Love Jones was 97.
Even the men.
Yes, Leon. When I tell you,
Every last character.
Yeah.
Like that.
He ready to talk now.
Because he know he's seen this movie.
But now y'all got me intrigued. I want to see how the ages of these people too.
Find that out because I do want to know that. But again, before we even get into the soundtrack, so again, we gonna talk about we love Wait and Exhale. Now I ain't even finna give a recap on Wait and Exhale because if you have not seen Wait and Exhale, this is not even your safe space. So
you can go.
You can actually leave. If you've never seen Wait and Exhale, we don't even need you.
Come back after you watch it though.
Or not. But I'm just saying. So Wait and Exhale, what's the age? They were 33 and like 34.
I'm gonna assume 30.
Yes, they said it. They were like 33 and 34.
Late 20s.
Loretta?
No, because what's the name was like, I'm 30. Whitney was like, I'm 33. No, Whitney was like, I'm 33 and I look good.
Late 20s and 33.
Baby, the way she was cooking.
Yeah, she was
late 20s
33.
and 33.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
33
see,
for sure.
Whitney's character, Loretta Devine's character, hell, and they gave me like late 30s.
I
The
definitely was
vibe
in the early
of
40s.
I was
role.
gonna say
Back then.
They
mid
don't give me
30s.
that.
That French roll was 30.
Yeah.
That wasn't there ain't no 20-year-old wearing that
That
French
wasn't.
roll.
No.
And but let's rewind. Let's get to the core of one. The fact that they all except Loretta, but she had her own, Gloria had her own situation going on. But the fact that they all were invested, not even all, because Bernie was leaving her, but she did. Okay, but anyway. They all were involved. I went through a whole conversation with myself. Sorry, y'all. They were involved with married men and they were successful Black women at a young age doing so good, and they all were like settling for trash.
Like y'all do.
Ooh, he talking to you? Ain't that what he like to say? Like they were literally all dating,
We see
unemotionally
this every day.
available.
We see successful, beautiful, amazing Black women settle for good dick.
and that's been going, and that was 95.
Yeah.
So that was
Nothing
30
has
years
changed.
ago.
Yeah, nothing has changed.
Ugh.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It had to be
I agree with
said.
you on that one.
Nothing has
yes.
changed.
The years have changed, but the people haven't.
Yeah.
That was literally 30 years
None
ago.
of them saw their value. Not one of them.
Didn't.
They didn't see that.
And even when they were together, they didn't. They had their little moment where they tried to uplift each other, but it wasn't. They didn't do what they.
It
It was.
It
was. Oh my
God.
God.
It was. That's what it was.
Ooh.
And that movie kind of made us think it was okay.
If
When
you
you
think
get
about
older,
the
you're like,
film
no.
and the moments where they're at their saddest and their lowest, they're all together.
Mm.
When they're individual, they have moments of despair, but they're like, I can do this. When they get in one room, it's like the world shut down on them.
I never. Yes. Now I
Trauma
gotta-
bonding at its best.
Any reason to
Oh
watch
my
that
God.
again?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, because it literally, and then even when she made the comment of, I'm 33 and I gotta accept the fact I might have to live alone forever.
You're so young.
Girl.
You had that revelation at 33.
But at the same time, thinking about when the movie came out, how Black people, especially Black women, are taught. If you don't have a solid man in your life by 30, 31, what are you doing? You're going to be alone forever. That's how we're trained.
Yeah.
But also the fact that your mama.
That's the part.
The fact
Yeah.
that your mama tried to make you be okay
He's a
with
good man,
this is
But that's what I'm
Savannah.
saying. Your mama's like, he a good man no matter
He's
what.
a good man,
And the
Savannah.
mama know he married, so she telling you it's okay.
He just in
But
a bad
that shows
situation.
You to me how times done changed.
Nope.
Times have changed. Like, listen, I don't think our generation is gonna preach that to the next generation. Like, yeah, go be with
Yeah,
that
I
man,
think
'cause
I
he
know.
married.
Yeah.
We ain't
Yeah, we
doing
get
that.
it
Get
up.
your own man, baby.
We get it up.
We
Yeah.
leaving after it.
We
No,
ain't the
like they was
grandmas.
sticking
We ain't
it
the
out.
grandmas no
This
more.
generation, they can have 4-5 kids in and they still gonna leave.
Uh-huh.
No problem.
Then
Bad.
she said, he's a good man, Savannah.
Is he?
Is he?
But-
He's just in a bad. She said a bad situation, like he was in a job that he couldn't.
He's just
that's
in
a
a
whole
bad
marriage.
situation right
He's
now.
in a whole bad. No, can I? Hold on, wait.
Oh.
It's this one moment.
Touch on it.
It's this one moment that just grind my gears when he said it's more financial than anything. He said because she thinks she's having a baby sister, as if you ain't the one that impregnated.
Hello?
Oh,
Yep.
Hello? So if it's just financial, why is she pregnant?
Yep.
Cause y'all still
Well,
doing
Y'all
the
still
nasty.
doing the doo-doo.
Oh, she
Y'all-
paying for it. She
Yeah.
paying for it.
You still doing the doo-doo.
That what was you? Cause
It just was astonishing to me now that I think about every
make you-
character.
yes.
There was nobody good in this entire film. Not one man, not one woman, not one mother, not nobody's. Everyone was a piece of shit. In its
Okay,
entire-
but do you think Angela
Tell me.
You think Angela was? 'Cause she was a
Angela
victim
had
of her circumstance. Like, I don't necessarily.
But she had her moments of, you ain't shit. I'm sorry.
What about her wasn't shit? I'm just going to.
That one time she dated that married man. When she did it,
Right. They all had moments of, this is horrible.
But she was, okay, I can't speak for the rest of them. I'm just going to focus on her.
Okay.
She really went through some stuff.
She
She
did, but
did.
that doesn't give you carte blanche.
Eve Lamb.
It doesn't, but you know what? When you go through some stuff like how she went through, you realize.
But let me
like,
pause you there.
Okay.
I can see you saying she went through some stuff, so she made some bad decisions.
Yeah.
But there's something to be said about you reacting to being cheated on by going and being with a married man. So you're
You're right.
redoing the thing
You're right.
that traumatized you.
You're
But
right.
then she
You're right.
snapped out. I mean,
That's
don't make it okay.
terrible.
She did kind of snap out of it though. Like when she did that one time, she was like, I know she should have did it that one time. I know, I get it. But
No, you're right.
and I'm not. That's what I'm saying. We're here to break the
Now,
because
Angela
these are
was
movies
the
we
less
love.
of the toxic.
That's the one person that I kind of give grace because she wasn't
Well,
mentally in the right.
When you think about
Gloria
I was just
Gloria just
did
wanted
nothing.
some love.
Gloria
And again,
probably was
let's
the
talk,
only one that
and then
did
let's talk
nothing.
about this. For whatever reason, why did they make it sound like she was so much bigger?
Girl,
Like
She wasn't.
she has a beautiful, like literally now watching this, I'm like,
first of all, the majority of 30 plus people look like her. Like
And that's
she was stacked. She was stacked up.
She was a brick house.
Uh-huh.
it was.
It wasn't nothing wrong with her shape, and they tried to make us think like,
That
okay,
it-
you gotta be
yes.
slim and trim. Like, no,
Yes.
most of us gonna grow up and look like that.
Yeah.
Because
But
baby,
at the
she was
same
whipping
time,
that
they're
food.
telling you that, but also all the slim and trimmers in the movies also getting cheated on.
Facts.
It's you can't.
Because Robin,
Oh, she's so fine, but she
poor Robin.
leather wearing in the summertime. Listen, everybody was toxic in this movie.
Robin,
Yes.
but it's just,
Phenomenal.
Robin, the role she play in the movies across the board, like I just like why they always gotta.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, her role in that movie even
And she
down
was
to
the most successful. I feel like.
I
She
feel
was like an insurance agent or something, wasn't
Yeah.
she?
But she was like
No.
a top level exec.
no,
at her
Robin was a
company.
top level exec.
Yeah,
Remember,
she was the
in-
most successful.
I thought she worked in some like insurance company. or
Oh,
something
she
like
did
that.
because they said
Yeah.
at the beauty shop, I was like, get back to that little insurance company.
Yeah, but she was like high level.
She was up. She wasn't like
boss.
selling insurance.
As
Like
high
Yeah.
as she was, the dude
she
she
still,
was, you know,
Bomb.
oof,
like y'all women do.
girl,
Like we do.
that's
can't-
taking one for the team. And who was the team? Like, why did you do that?
because he wasn't
Not
even.
who was the team?
Who was the team? Why did you do that? Not Allstate.
'Cause he wasn't-
Allstate ain't finna make me do that.
It was Geico.
Geico,
It's very
State Farm.
I thought it
What's
was.
the one Shaq promotes for? It was that one. Because, like, why would you do that?
That's wild.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Wow.
It's
Get
the
her.
Shaq thing.
It's not us. We got to come back next week. Get her.
No, because for real, like if you think about, it was just even when they had that moment for what's the name, Gloria's birthday, right?
Mm-hmm.
When they were sitting there again, like you said, trauma bond. If you now looking at it from that perspective,
Mm-hmm.
they were sitting there, and then when Bernie got emotional and was like, "I got some things I need to get off my, my chest."
Mm-hmm.
And, Robin was the one, Isha's my Robin was like, cause call them up.
That's a me.
Gloria
Call
was the
them.
only one that was
That's
like,
a
when she snatched that
That's a
phone
me.
out the wall and
Yeah.
was like, stop, this is immature and this is, I said, yes. That was the only time when they kind of tried to wheel each other in just a little bit. But for the most part, you're right. Why are you looking like that?
Because I don't even think I don't even think it was her trying to will her in. I see it as Gloria, based on how they wrote her role, knows what it felt like to be embarrassed. And she was like, I'm not going to let my friend
be embarrassed.
It wasn't like, let's make good decisions. It was like,
you right.
Girl,
I can
you're
see it
going
that
to
way.
regret that in the morning.
Yeah, because you've been drinking.
Because him and that woman over there going to laugh at you.
And they going to say together.
Voicemail. Yeah. And then they going to use that voicemail in court. Girl, don't be stupid. You're going to be embarrassed.
Yeah. You say it like that, yeah.
Trauma, listen.
It was a trauma bonding.
Trauma bonding at its best. At its best.
No, it's really, like, now when you say that, like literally, I know, as many times, they trauma bonded, but watching it, you like, dang, y'all didn't really have
there was
high moments.
No, every character had weakness and trauma. Even the son, Gloria's son, now you have an unprotected sex because your dad is gay. It's like all of the different, this is weird.
Yeah.
Everybody dealing with their trauma in very weird ways in this movie.
But then that was also the day and age. You definitely wasn't no therapy, no talk to nobody, no nothing. You deal with it, it go get brushed under the rug.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so even when you talk about these two movies, like in reference to like relationships, and that just made me think about like dating and nowadays, like what they would say, the dating pool has pee in it. It's trash.
It does.
It's a sewer.
It's a sewer.
No, wait. Oh, that's the part. No, that's funny about the wait and exhale. So have you had a Bernie moment? This is it's your lawn is on fire. Did you set this fire, ma'am?
It's a safe space.
It's a safe
Who do you identify most with from the film?
There you go. Who do you identify with most? At some point in your life, you could be evolved in
my past life. I'm definitely Bernie. I had that moment.
Bernie.
Wait, so did you burn or did you? What did you?
I just keyed up some stuff.
Okay.
Bleached a few things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely did a few things, but you know what?
Allegedly.
Right. So they say.
Someone take you to that place where it's like, I'm not me anymore.
Yeah.
So I identify with her and that's why maybe I give her grace. Because I was there where I could say, this is not me. And I need to change. Thank God I had those friends to pull me out of that place. And not trauma bond with me and keep me there, but like literally give me. But I had to go through it.
You had to live through it.
I didn't want to tell nobody when I was going. When I'm pulling up the kid car, I don't want nobody there with me.
You don't want nobody to stop you.
No, you're not gonna stop me. This car got my name written all over it.
I love that for you.
Yes. So I've had that.
You've been Bernie.
Did you?
Bernie's character, when you think about how they shot the film and how they shot that closet scene, when you really think about it, Bernie's marriage was transactional. He was never in love. She was the prop.
You can tell because when they said everything was in his name.
Yeah.
If you love me, we didn't share it. And I get when you rich, blah, blah, blah. But if I love you, let's get this together. Let's do this together. He didn't put nothing
transactional
in her name.
Yep.
And the kids was probably almost to keep her busy to stay at home because if she really would have went to work and became something, she would have.
Even with him admitting she built the company. So you're not on the board. You don't have a job here. You're not an invest, nothing. You just at home and they looking at you like, what? And even when she stormed in the boardroom.
And it was funny.
And they all looked at her, I was like, first of all, I hired y'all.
Hello?
How dare you look at me like, no, I'd have shot it up.
And even the one that came in, so, you gonna throw me out? Remember that?
You gonna throw me out, Joe?
No, so have you had a Bernie moment?
Safe space.
I've been every last one of them women.
Oh,
I have been every last.
if you ain't, we gotta live through it.
I haven't been Loretta though.
What was that?
I ain't been there yet.
Look at her.
Outside of that, but first of all, I can't cook like how she was.
Baby, because she said we got some leftovers, some ham, some collard greens.
Like, what?
She said
little potato salad.
I said, that's leftovers, baby. I hate to see when you cook. What's the real meal?
I'd have moved into her porch. Baby. That's it. You cooking like that. But I think we've all been or will be all those women at some point.
I don't want to be. Don't say will be.
You should have been. If you haven't.
Have or will be. At some point, you got to go
learn from our experiences and our friends. Like, maybe I didn't go through it. Maybe you went through it.
Yeah.
I lived through that hurt, that pain that you went through, where it's like, I don't want to go through that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Or I think we don't take accountability in certain situations with our relationships. But if you don't go through it, how you know what's wrong or right? Because it's a cycle, especially in the Black community. If I saw my mama do it.
Oh.
How they go? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we got to give each other grace.
All across the board.
I think the theme of the film, though, and looking at all the characters, is insecurity. And I think that's something we all, at some point, will deal with or have dealt with. Because they all were insecure. So they either stayed in something that they shouldn't have, reacted in ways they shouldn't have, because it was all insecurity.
Yep.
Every last one of them. The only one I did not see insecurity with was, what is Gloria's boyfriend's name? In the film? Gregory Hines. What was his character's name?
I can't.
He was the only one that had some sense.
I bet you he was older. I wonder how
you
old
already
he
know
was.
he finna go. He finna give it to us. Yeah, he probably was the only one because nobody else had sense in that movie.
None of the movies.
And again, it's still don't classic. Love it. Gonna still watch it at least.
Learn from it.
But
so the oldest woman in Waiting to Exhale was 33. Gregory's Hines character was 47.
Makes sense. He knew who he was.
But at the same time, he already been married.
And she passed.
He lived.
He already had the life.
Yeah,
they were still trying to figure it out. Which is wild, looking at the movie, knowing I'm way older than they were. It's like, yeah, we're going through a lot.
They were. And they were so...
At 30? Sheesh.
They were so much in like their position. Like even down to Bernie. Like her like the house they had. Like, girl, you were how? And then if you think about it, because Bernie's character was how old? Because I know late 20s, early 30s. Because she was married for 11 years. So that showed you how young they had been together.
Yeah.
How long? How old was she?
Here we go. She was the youngest at 29.
Wow.
No, so she got married at 18?
That's what Google says. She was the youngest.
I don't think we
But at the same
hold on, I don't think we're supposed to be that sad. We ain't supposed to really, we going too far deep.
It's some women that get married at 18,
young.
19, 20.
That's true.
To that man, especially if you know he on a growth track.
Yeah.
He gonna be something.
You invest. Yeah.
I'm invested in this.
Well, so on that
and how old was them kids?
On that point,
I was just going to say, because if she was 29, that son looked like he was at least 9.
But that's what I was going to say. On that note, so did she do a trap him? Like, let me trap this.
Let's talk about it.
He's going somewhere. Like what you just said. He's going somewhere. I want to go with him.
But is that trap, though?
I guess she made a smart business move.
There we go. There we go.
I love that for us.
But then she also, obviously, didn't she say something like she wanted to start a catering company or something?
Yeah, but he kept telling her, like, no.
Yeah, so she didn't really want to, she actually wanted to do something too, but he kept.
As y'all women do.
As we do.
Y'all let men that take care of y'all and treat y'all well and tell y'all all the things y'all want to hear, let them push y'all dreams aside. And then when them men move on, you got egg on your face.
And then they go get the woman that they feel like they deserve at that moment.
Because they get to the place that now I'm at a different place. I need the white woman.
Ain't that what they said? Ain't that what he said?
What he say?
And when he get on, he leave up for a white girl.
And he did.
Baby. And she burned
That's exactly what she did.
She burned it down.
And had the nerve to have that white girl sitting at that boardroom table.
Oh, my God.
She had a job.
Hold
on, she had a job.
She had a job.
She had a job.
Wait. Hold on, wait. Let's think about it. Remember when in the opening scene, she said, that's the bitch that keep your books. Which means she went from a secretary to a seat at the table instantly. But you, after 11 years,
ain't had
nothing. That's wild
That's
work.
Sick.
That is wild. You went from secretary to vice president of the company I built. I'd be in jail.
So in that
county.
But that's what she's the one person I give grace to.
Yeah.
But she didn't do enough.
Okay.
True.
She didn't do enough.
True.
It's some more she could have did.
True.
What'd you say, Nat?
In that situation, well, who do you blame? You blame him or you blame her for not knowing better?
Equal.
Yes.
Equal.
Because the writing was on the wall. And she kind of said that a few times, like, you know, you ain't black. He ain't just wake up and not be black.
And when she said, I counted how many, because 11 years and y'all only had sex, what she say, 730, was 732? So y'all had sex.
She stopped counting after 730.
That's supposed to be in 1 year. So 11 years?
But somebody told her that.
I'm just saying. If you think about it, she said, I should have left him when he started, because why did you start counting, sir? Why are you counting?
I mean, for some people, that's romantic.
It's not.
I picture you
felt like
sitting
he
in a
had
cave,
narcissistic behavior, and she just ignored it. He had narcissistic
She felt like she
behavior.
invested.
Yeah. He got townhomes in Arizona and Acapulco. And
baby, because he tried to, let's talk about that. This man tried to give her $300,000 to settle.
That's what she.
And this man had a whole vineyard, buildings, a house, and this man was trying to
I'll give you $300,000 today. Your children aren't for sale.
And if you have them around that I'm sorry. I'm okay.
Okay, so in the film, their estimated net worth was $2.5 million.
Bye.
As a couple?
300? Yeah. I'm burning out.
I'll give you $300,000 today.
Yeah, no.
I've been to the bank. Thank you for thinking of your children. Which is why it worked, because you're not even a good dad. You cleared the bank account where she got the kids. You're a piece of shit.
Literally.
That's wild work.
That part.
You didn't even say, like, she still the access to the funds because she got children.
He didn't care.
They got their private school. They got to eat.
But he also probably was like, just let me get, you don't even need him. Like, I guess he may have thought, do you think he might have possibly?
And like she said, if they were anywhere near that white woman, it'd have been bad. It'd have been bad.
Now, the only part I was kind of like, I get it, you was in your feelings, burning all that stuff, but you should, co-signing stores wasn't, because baby, you should have, baby.
No, she did the right, selling all that stuff for $1.
It's something about, it feels good to just like tear up your stuff.
That anger gotta go somewhere.
Good it felt to drop off a bleached black bag of clothes to your mama. Like, yeah.
I'm so happy you're not like
personal.
that no more, friend.
God save.
Talk about it, friend. I'm so happy
I'm just saying, it felt good. It felt good because I don't.
Sometimes rage feels good.
Yeah,
you need
to
some
get
rage
that
sometimes.
out.
Yeah,
you need to get that out.
Transfer. You know the energy gotta. Okay.
Yeah.
live through.
That's probably the most iconic piece of cinema ever created. That burning the car.
The walk away.
It's just genius.
The flick of the cigarette.
Come on now.
Stop playing.
That right there.
And to come into the door, ma'am, are you aware that your car is on fire?
Trash.
She said, yes. He said, did you set it on fire? Yes.
It's illegal to burn anything but trash.
He said, ma'am, next time, that won't be. Baby.
When she said, it is trash.
It
is trash. It's
So
trash.
every word.
Come on.
He looked like,
Chills.
I'ma just shut up. Because she gonna burn me next. Let me just
Literally.
chill. Let me just chill.
You're in a nice neighborhood, ma'am. Thank God.
Give her
You
grace.
think I care about this?
Which one
Let's talk about this. She didn't even care if that car would have caught onto the house while she was in it.
At all.
She just wanted to be done.
She didn't care about nothing.
She wanted to be done.
Yeah, so if
She
you
wanted to be
like
done.
really equate that to 2024, like I said, that was 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, the women, the dating scene,
It's all trash.
Yeah.
it's the same.
It
Like
affects your
nothing.
children, it
And
affects
especially now with
everybody.
social media. That's the only thing I like, the grateful part. Back then it was could you imagine her burning that and her friends Instagramming that, putting that on their
neighbors,
story,
yeah.
like, yes, get them, friend.
I'd have been the friend.
Absolutely.
Hold on. Let me get the right angle before you light it. I want to get the...
Because we going viral.
We going viral
we going
today.
viral.
Could you imagine
With
that
the
whole
caption, it is trash.
That
it.
part.
Could you imagine like that whole their relationships, the whole movie, like imagine them going through that with social media. Like Gloria would made a post. Can't y'all believe this nigga talking about
But women in our lives right now do the same thing.
No, they do.
Every
They do.
Today.
They do.
Yeah.
It's always somebody on the Instagram with a full head chop of hair.
Yeah.
I got him back. No, baby, you're in trauma. You cut off all your hair because
Yeah, that's why when I don't think when I have clients that come and they want, I can kind of discern like when some of them like just cut it all off, and I'm like, no, you don't. You see when they have that hesitancy and they like, I'm trying to see. It's the ones that sit down and be like, this look, I won't do it. And I'm like, well, I don't care. Just do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so, but Gloria tried to do that. She was like, I've been with you one.
I could always use a razor too.
You want it shorter than mine or short as mine? But then
I'm
also
watching that tonight.
hello, you gonna watch
It's
it?
so
Y'all
good.
gonna probably
Watch
watch
it again.
when you done with this. You're probably gonna watch both of the movies too.
If you're on YouTube, comment your favorite Waiting to Exhale quote below. We need to hear it. Please.
Yes, the best, please. But even talking about again hairstylists is me. For that to be 95?
Mm-hmm.
Bernie's little pixie wig.
Fire.
Okay, the French roll though.
This is the third time you've come back to
because she
French
wants. Let's talk about this French roll for my friend. That French roll was not only a French roll; it was a wig.
Okay, that threw me off. I didn't know that.
Look at you.
I didn't know that.
Oh, that
what a time to be alive.
What a time.
The French roll with the she had them pink rollers in the front.
Girl.
But what Whitney was known for a good wet look, but they would style her with like her French. It just had a good tassel, and it was a wig.
And it was New Year's Eve. It required French roll.
Come on now. And the
civil black dress.
Wait, the Kenya Moore.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Kenya Moore.
Kenya Moore.
Come on, hair.
This lady been cold her whole life.
Yeah,
whole life.
Actually, you know what? It wasn't until maybe 2 years ago I was watching. I said, "Is that Kenya?" Yeah. Wild work.
Still flawless.
Oh, and wait until
yes, that Kenya.
The lady still flawless.
And
I don't care how you feel about that show. That lady is flawless.
Yes.
It was a beautiful movie.
Yeah, but that pixie, it took a minute because I was like, but then also because I had to go back to it. I'm telling you, I do hair, so the way 95 to have, because she had a hair full of hair underneath there. For them to have, they didn't do many back angles because if they got it from the back, it's different. But from the front. And then I also wanted to know, again, whoever directed and made it, I love Waiting to Exhale. It's one of my favorite movies. Why did she have to have color contact?
Because that was a thing back then.
Okay. It was a thing.
Okay.
Because the girlies used to go to the
beauty supply store.
The girlies, the boys, everybody.
Let me get the baby blue.
And they're $19.99.
And then you get the ones that's brown with gray around the outside.
And you on a party line like, my name is Isha. I'm 5'5".
We need a whole episode on
I'm
party
mixed
line.
Puerto Rican and black.
Yeah. I got curly hair. I got purple eyes. Is you a werewolf?
Very much one. Board.
Like what?
Board.
Okay.
That's it.
So with you, even talking about dating briefly, with you being married, and do you even have a lot of single friends?
I have some, yeah.
So listening to their stories, are you just saddened? Are you just
I am
happy?
Confused. First of all, I feel like I don't know nothing. The way I made my husband date me, obviously I don't know what I'm talking about. That's how they make me feel.
Okay.
I was in a long-term relationship before, and I ran into a younger woman that was telling me her dating experience at the time. And this little girl literally imparted so much knowledge on me so that when I became single, I was like, I'm gonna make a man date me. The girl was like, you don't let nobody come to your house and lay up with you. Like, I don't care if it's Starbucks. Like, make that man date you. So my husband dated me. He courted me.
Yeah.
And one thing led to another, and it worked out. But when I hear women now who, they just let these niggas do anything and do nothing. And they accept that. They're okay with that.
They let them do anything and do nothing.
That's heavy for me. So I'm like, maybe I don't know nothing because I made him date me. But he wanted to date me also. That was the difference.
Yeah. You didn't have to force him to.
Yeah, no.
What was that thought, that face?
Because as she said that, I reference again the movie and thinking there are so many examples like the movie and other films, TV shows that show women it's okay to take the bare minimum. So many of those men gave those women the bare minimum and they still chased.
They did.
They chased
when she's
men.
Yeah, because Savannah said that she sent him to get gas with a 20 that only came out saying he kept her change. What?
Bare minimum.
Because first of all, why you in your car? Where his car at?
We'll argue you down about them accepting.
Yeah. We train women to be okay to just take whatever the man gonna give you. And when you ask for more, you a bitch. You difficult. So I get that.
No,
it's terrible.
It's really bad. How do you feel the dating pool is or isn't?
Well, I think it goes to what Blake said. I mean, it's not really the pool, so to say, but the respect that you may have for yourself.
Yeah.
Just understanding from experiences from your friends and knowing what not to accept. I mean, I want to take accountability of the mistakes that I made.
Yeah.
I can't even say it's the men. It's kind of me. The decisions that I made. And the fact of having a little, when I was younger, a little less self-respect.
Yeah.
And out here just like, well, I got a man. You know what I'm saying? And now we're older at a point in our life where it's like, I can't go. I can't go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just feel like it's the people that you surround yourself with, like you said. And then our upbringing says a lot. And
what you saw.
That's the biggest piece.
That's the biggest
and what
the
you saw.
huge piece of how you were raised.
Yeah.
Like Savannah's mother. Well, her mother had told her. So that's the generation.
But it's probably because
it's a
when you
cycle.
really, like, we only see a piece of it when you start to dissect. Her mother was in the house alone. So she probably like, hurry up and take something because I want you like me.
Yeah.
I'm alone.
But then let's think about it. Maybe Mama was messing with a married man too, and then he ended up splitting the bill.
She like, do whatever you need to do because I know how this feel to be in this, on the phone with my daughter alone with my cats and my little steak. You know what I'm saying? Like, take the man, whatever he's gonna give you.
Yeah, but and then I also seen that we're in a space where no one's really getting to know people. Like everything has to be a show. Like, why does someone on the first date need to fly you out to Tulum? Like,
come on now, that's not real life. Like, that's not everybody's.
Social media has really made it unrealistic.
No.
Like, when I see the things going viral, like because the ticket seats he got at a game wasn't close enough, or he.
Oh no, the Cheesecake Factory one. That did it for me.
But let's be honest, that's no different than how it's always been. Yes, nowadays it's Tulum, but for our parents, it was, if that man ain't paying a bill, let him go. It's always a teaching.
But I think when you get there, but like in the beginning, as we're dating, if I'm getting to know you, that's not like me. That's me buying you. Like if I'm giving you.
Yeah, but that's how it's been.
Yeah,
I heard my grandmother say one time, like,
though.
you been on 3 days with that man and he know a bill is due and he ain't paid it, that's not the man for you. There's always been that. It has escalated as time has gone, but women have always thought that. What can this man do for me? And these younger women just have higher expectations of what they want.
Baby,
they don't want gas bills paid. They want steak and Tulum.
Yeah. They want their hair done by Arrogant Tay. They want to be flew to Santorini. They
want to take the picture with their
Santorini.
Hello. Don't even have a passport first, but
can't spell San or Torini.
And that felony not gonna let you. I'm sorry.
So she's speaking to you specifically, and your homegirl next to you. Y'all watching this from Tulum? She's speaking to y'all.
No, but I was just saying. I mean, I get it that you they being taught that way, but then that's why the relationships tremble so quickly, because now that I can't do, it wasn't built on nothing. Now that I can't do for you anymore, we can't even withstand struggle. We can't even withstand trials and tribulations because it was built off me trying to impress you. First of all, we don't even date. We're not even dating individual. Everywhere we go is loud. We in a group. So I really don't even know who you are. We got to Instagram
the moment.
We got to Instagram the moment. So we ain't really even having conversations. I'm making a post because then I'm responding to the post.
But it's like, what is the foundation of your relationship?
Because when I see women do that, that's 23, 24, 25, I'm like, it's stupid, but you deserve that.
Yeah. But it's
you
40.
Deserve to be done. At
I
what
was going to say, I feel like it's women out in their 30s
and 40s
that's
doing it. I definitely know a lot of people in their 40s that still have to post everything. And it's unfortunate.
Do they?
Yeah, it's a sign of the time.
I think, that's ugly.
That's a sign of the time.
What was you saying about foundation, though?
I was just back to your point. Like, what is the foundation of the relationship? If all it takes is a few dollars to get you and a few dollars to lose you.
But what's the goal?
What is the goal?
Because maybe sometimes you're not looking for a relationship. You're just looking for that.
And that
because I've been at that space too.
Well, make that, but I don't think people. But
don't say
you alive. But you alive, people. You're lying if you saying people are coming out the gate saying I'm only with you.
No,
because,
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
But you know, I'm not in this for marriage.
But then also don't act like we. That's the thing. Present that like
that's dumb.
We just having a good time.
Realistic. That's not dumb.
But
that's not
like
realistic. If you're using somebody, you're not gonna come to the table like, "Hi, I'm using you."
It's not about using.
Play the game.
But like but back then they say real play. They told it up front. They didn't have to lie.
But them women, when we take it back to the movie, no one presented themselves in that way. I feel like everybody wanted something more.
They did, and
so
the women did. The women did.
So I guess that's what I'm referring to. Like as a woman, you can't say my end goal is marriage, but like, all right,
I'm dating married men.
But you also can't say the end goal is marriage and you acting stupidly in the relationship.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta. I am never for a woman being cheated on, mistreated, or whatever. But I am a man that feels like if this went sour, you got to take 25% of this load.
You do.
Because he didn't become stupid.
Right.
You met him
What
stupid.
you allowed.
And then you became stupid with him.
Yeah,
So now
because-
y'all Fairly Odd parents being stupid.
Stupid.
That's just to be honest. Women are like, he did. Well, what did you do?
Come on now.
What did you blind yourself
Okay, that's a
with?
different
That part.
topic for a different
That's a
episode.
whole nother
Because
episode.
a lot
The
of
carnival
people
of red
They
flags.
don't want to
Accountability.
take that level of accountability, especially in relationships. When someone goes left and they do some real stuff
Mhm.
to you, you played a part in that.
You did.
You did.
Because
It don't
allowed
excuse what they did, but it's a reason why they did what they did.
But I feel like in Wayne to Excel, all those women played a part.
Yeah.
Even with Gloria, when he told her, like, you haven't noticed the last few times I ain't slept in the bed with you. I don't want to touch you.
Yeah, I thought it's because
I've
I put
been
on a
gay.
few pounds.
Yeah, like oh, you should have noticed something's weird. Even if you didn't know it was
But they
gay.
again, you just said insecure. She was so happy that a man was laying next to her.
And you got to take that.
He
And you were
didn't.
like, well, he did show me for the last 7 months. I wasn't his cup of tea. I got to take that L. But you just were happy a man was in your house. He wasn't in the bed with you. He didn't touch you. He didn't eat with you. You were just happy it was testosterone in the building.
Ooh, and on that note,
It's weird energy.
this is just those two. Now, if you know, the 90s and the early 2000s has several movies that we gonna break down. Okay, this is just the first of this, so we gonna dive into some more of your favorites real soon. But before we head out, you already know we gotta do the this or that. So get picture.
And answer it quickly.
Ooh, not quickly. Nat,
Because they be trying to, tussle.
Nat,
with
you're
it.
gonna go. No, they, you know what I'm saying?
I guess in general like to tussle. Let me think about it. Give it.
Mm-mm. Okay, Nat, you ready?
Yes.
Do the dishes or use the dishwasher?
Do the dishes.
Adidas or Nike?
Nike.
Dress up or dress down?
Dress up.
Wake up early or stay up late?
Wake up early.
Mangoes or pineapples?
Pineapple.
All black or all white?
All black.
Belly or paid in full?
Belly.
Houston or Atlanta?
Atlanta.
Douce or Ciroc?
Neither, because I don't drink.
Well,
Douce.
when you gotta pick when you were drinking.
I
I know
have
you know,
another
but when you were
past life,
drinking.
so
Okay, right,
Douce.
your past life. Okay. Speak your mind or keep the peace.
Speak my mind.
That Pisces. You ready?
Yeah.
That arrow was strong.
Wasn't
I
it?
got caught off guard a little bit.
Turkey or pork bacon?
Pork.
Plaid or stripes? Greece or Paris?
Grease.
Work late or get there early?
Work late.
City or suburbs?
Suburb.
Lil Kim or Foxy?
Kim.
White ones or wheat Tims?
G Fazos.
Cognac or tequila?
Yeah.
Stay up late or get up early?
Stay up late.
See, they did good.
No,
What
they
do you have to say?
He don't
They
like them
did
Air Force
phenomenal
Ones.
answers. They did phenomenal answers. I'm going to let them live
They're
today.
good?
Great answers.
You approve?
Cool.
So since he has approved, I'm sure you have approved. And I'm sure if you haven't seen Wait and Exhale Love Jones, make sure you go watch it. Come back.
Leave us your favorite movie moments in the comments.
Yes.
Wherever you watching
Comment.
leave us a comment. What's
Whenever.
your favorite movie moment?
Yes.
Yes. Subscribe, like,
Comment.
follow.
Share.
That's it. Share.
Yeah. Show us love, y'all.
We're here for you. And until next time, this is the Industry Safe Space.
Make sure y'all stay safe in your space.
Woo-hoo.
Love y'all.